Listen up, you're about to live through a financial reset and you won't even see it coming. Your bank, your paycheck, your dollar, all about to move on rails you don't control. And the name running those rails, you'd better know it. XRP. That's right. The forgotten crypto, once buried by lawsuits, might just be the key piece in that new system. If that's true, you're not holding a token, you're holding the switch to global liquidity. Before this next wave hits, you need to understand exactly what it's doing behind your back. So if XRP isn't trying to kill the banks like Bitcoin, what the hell is its purpose? Let's strip it to the bones. Ripple is the company. XRP is the token. Ripple built the XRP ledger, a blockchain designed not for hype, but for movement, money movement. While Bitcoin was built to rebel against the banks, XRP was built to power them. Transactions settle in 3 to 5 seconds. Fees? Fractions of a cent. And unlike the Layer 2 experiments clogging the mempool, XRP has been running clean since 2012. No hard forks, no downtime. If Bitcoin is digital gold, XRP is the digital bloodstream of finance. You don't see it, you just feel it when it works. Picture this. You send $500 from New York to Manila. Through banks, that's 3 days and $30 in fees. With XRP, it's seconds and less than a penny. That's not theory, that's code in motion. Fast and cheap is great. But how does that translate into a weapon for global finance? What is the one feature that makes it so dangerous to the old system? Here's where it gets lethal. On-demand liquidity. Banks today have to pre-fund accounts around the world. Literally trillions sitting idle, just waiting to move. XRP kills that system. You send USD, it converts to XRP, flies across the network, becomes pesos, yen, or euros instantly. Imagine you're traveling and have to hide stacks of cash in every city just in case. That's how banks operate today. XRP says, carry one global key. Now extend that tech beyond payments, into tokenization. Everything valuable, property, stocks, gold, can become digital tokens. And the XRP ledger can move those tokens instantly, globally, at scale. Analysts estimate tokenization could reach tens of trillions by 2030. Even a small slice of that means massive transactional demand for XRP. Think of it like this. If the world's value becomes Lego bricks, XRP is the conveyor belt moving them across continents. You want to know why XRP's price moves? It's not luck, it's liquidity warfare. 3 forces drive it: adoption, banks, remittance firms, institutions using the ledger. Market cycles. When Bitcoin pumps, capital floods the majors. XRP rides the tide. Liquidity depth. The more markets using XRP, the harder it is to shake. Now, let's talk scenarios. Conservative. XRP back to $3 to $5. Aggressive. Tokenization demand pushes $10 plus. Extreme. If it becomes the backbone for real-time global settlement, $20. Even $50 isn't fantasy. Speaking of catching early market moves, let's talk about where alpha actually starts today. Meet Unich, a decentralized OTC platform that's changing how early investors access pre-TGE tokens. While most traders wait for listings, Unich users are already trading future tokens before they hit exchanges. It's transparent, secure, and massive, with over $1.3 billion in OTC volume and 5.5 million plus active users worldwide. It's not hype. It's the bridge between retail and early access. You can explore Unich yourself. Link in the description. This isn't financial advice. Always DYO. Now back to XRP. So it's fast, cheap, and battle-tested. What's the one weakness they can still exploit to kill it? Strengths: blazing speed, low cost, institutional use, 10 plus years of uptime. Weaknesses: price volatility, regulatory overhang, competing systems like Stellar or Swift GPI 2.0. It's a balance of engineering versus politics. On one hand, XRP works. On the other, it threatens legacy intermediaries that profit from friction. So when you see coordinated FUD, lawsuits, and experts calling it useless, remember, nobody attacks something irrelevant. But what about the kill switch? The SEC tried to bury it for years. Was that lawsuit really just about a token? Or was it a war for something bigger? It was about control. A decentralized cross-border system that bypasses the banking chokehold? That's a threat to the old machine. And despite years of legal chokeholds, Ripple walked away with a partial victory. XRP declared not a security when traded on the open market. That single ruling shifted the tone globally. From London to Singapore, regulators now draft frameworks acknowledging XRP's classification. That's not luck. That's survival through fire. The tech is sound. The politics are a war. But do you have the spine to survive it? Most investors lose not because of bad projects, but bad behavior. They FOMO at peaks, panic at bottoms. If you've been in crypto for years, you've seen this pattern kill entire portfolios. Wealth transfer doesn't happen between bull and bear markets. It happens between patient and impulsive. When volatility spikes 20% a day, the question isn't, where will price go? It's who will still be standing when it gets there. And that's why most people can't handle XRP. It demands conviction without hype. And speaking of early conviction, that's exactly what Unich is rewarding. Their upcoming IDO for the UN token opens the door to profit sharing from OTC growth itself. Here's what makes it powerful. 1. UN launches at just 15 cents. 11% affiliate rewards, 8% in USDT plus 3% in UN. NFT holders get 25% token discounts. All under a low FDV with legal registration in Lithuania. Rare transparency in DeFi. Check the link below to join early access. Not financial advice. Do your own research. So after all of this, what's your move now? Forget the amateur questions. Should I buy? What's the price target? That's gambler talk. The real question is how you position yourself for a tectonic shift. Your action isn't a mouse click. It's a strategy. 1. You stop listening to the noise, the FUD, the hype, the self-proclaimed experts. Instead, you look at the cold, hard facts. A legal victory against a government agency, partnerships with global banks, and a decade of flawless uptime. You build your thesis on stone, not sand. 2. You understand this isn't a short-term fight. The price is suppressed for a reason. The impulsive will be shaken out. The patient will accumulate. You decide which one you are. 3. You stop watching the price and start tracking the signals that actually matter. The quiet announcements of CBDC pilots. The regulatory frameworks passed in Asia and Europe. A transaction volume moving on the ledger, not the number on CoinMarketCap. The crowd watches the scoreboard. The winner watches the game. Look back. Every market cycle hides one asset the hood ridicules before it runs. Remember 2016, when they called Ethereum a science project with no use case? It was trading under $10. Remember 2020? When they screamed that Binance Coin was a worthless centralized coupon? It was trading under $20. They laughed then, and they lost. In this cycle, the crowd is laughing again, and they might be pointing their fingers at the wrong ghost. The next time you hear someone say XRP is dead, understand that you are listening to a script written for the masses while the real moves are made in silence. Instead of nodding along, ask yourself these questions. First, why do central banks, the IMF, and the giants of global finance still meet with Ripple behind closed doors? Power doesn't waste time on corpses. Second, why is something so irrelevant the target of so much coordinated FUD and years of legal warfare from the most powerful government on earth? Lions don't hunt mice. And finally, why after all that fire is it still here, quietly being integrated into the plumbing of the new financial world. You have a choice. You can believe the noise, the loud, comfortable chorus of the crowd, or you can believe the signals, the quiet, deliberate actions of the powerful. Because the switch we talked about at the beginning, it doesn't make a sound when it flips. There will be no warning. There will only be two groups of people: those who saw it coming and those who will spend the rest of their lives wondering how they missed it. The choice is yours. Subscribe to Wealthy Wise. Drop your conviction in the comments, and I'll see you on the other side of the reset.